Hello students. In this video, I am going to do question 11 of exercise 1.1, chapter 1, relations and functions of class 12th. I have already completed 1 to 10 questions of this exercise. I have shared link in the description below. You can just check out those videos as well. Let's start. Show that the relation R in the set A of points in a plane given by R is an equivalence relation. So we have to prove that this relation is equivalence relation. First of all, one set A is given. From this set, relation is defined. So what is set? It's a set of points in a plane. So suppose this is point P, Q, R, to so many. This is how set A is. See, this is a plane. This is plane. So Cartesian plane. Here, if I have to write points with capital letters, we have to write, suppose here I have point P. So here we have point Q, then R, like this. So A is a set of all these points. So these points have coordinates x1 by 1, x2 by 2. Normally we write like this. So what is the relation? Relation is given to us as R is equals to PQ such that distance of P from origin. Distance of P from origin. See, origin is the point of intersection of x and y axis. This is origin. So its value is 0, 0. Normally only 1, 0 we write here. So this is origin. Distance of point P from origin, it's equal to distance of point Q from origin. So both the distances from origin, it should be same. Suppose here I have point P. So point P's distance from origin is 5 units. Then Q's distance from origin should also be 5 units. So these type of points are there in this relation. We have to show that this relation is equivalence relation. Equivalence relation, we know if any relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, that relation is equivalence relation. If a relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, then that relation is equivalence relation. Here R's coordinates are not visible. So here I am writing. Now let's start. First, reflexive we have to prove. So we will prove that this relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Then it will be automatically proved that this is equivalence relation. So for reflexive, so in these type of question, these are very theoretical. You have to remember the definition. So in reflexive relation, we know A comma A. This type of ordered pair should belongs to the relation. And so if A comma A belongs to R. So what does it mean? This point, so in the point form I have to write. So this is the definition. So this type of ordered pair should belongs to R, then it will be reflexive. Now yes, so if I am writing P comma P, if I am writing P comma P, so same point I am writing at X place also at Y place. So if P is at 5 units, so this will become ultimately 5 comma 5. If P is distance from origin is 5. So here we can see this will satisfy the given condition that distance of P from origin is equal to distance of Q from origin, because same point is there, same points, distance from origin, it will be same only. So therefore we can write P comma P. This type of ordered pairs belongs to R, which implies R is reflexive relation. For reflexive relation, we know duplets. All the duplets should belong to the given relation. Now second one is symmetric. So again you have to go to its definition. So definition says if A comma B belongs to R, it implies B comma A should also belongs to R. Right. So here which type of ordered pairs I have? I have P comma Q. So if P comma Q belongs to R, what does it mean? So from first it will give us an information. This information we will use to prove this thing. Right. So from here we are getting distance of P from origin distance of P from origin is equals to distance of Q from origin, right? So if P comma Q belongs to R, it implies Q comma P, it will also belongs to R, because I'm just interchanging. See, if this is 5 units, this is 5 units, just example I'm giving. If I interchange its position also, still it doesn't matter, the distance will remain same only. So that's why if P comma Q belongs to R, Q comma P will also belongs to R. Therefore, relation R is symmetric because it satisfies the definition of the symmetric relation. Now third one is transitive. So again you have to go to its definition. Transitive relation says if I have this type of ordered pair A comma B and B comma C belongs to R, it implies A comma C should also belongs to R. Yes. So here we'll say, here P comma Q and Q comma R, suppose they belongs to R. If these two belongs to R, you can see here P's distance and Q's distance is same. Here Q's distance from origin and R's distance from origin is same, because this is only the relation given to us. The distance of these two points from origin is same. If these ordered pair belongs to relation R, that means they satisfy this condition. So here it tells, see, suppose Q is 5 units. So that means P is also 5 units and R is also 5 units, right? Just an example I am taking. If Q is 5 units, that means P and R will also be 5 units. So this thing implies P comma R will also belongs to relation R. So this R is different. This R is the R of relation. So I will just, we can take some other point also, because you might get confused. M we will take. Therefore, relation R is transitive. So we have proved relation R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Hence, relation R is an equivalence relation. That's what we had to prove. So for proving equivalence, we have to prove that given relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Now let's do next part of the question. So till here we have done. Further show that the set of all points related to P. Set of all points related to P is the circle passing through P. So the points which are related to P, what these points represent? So these points represent the circle passing through P with origin as the center. See, related to P means, see, if P is 5, 5. So all other points, if I am taking P1, P1 is also 5, 5. If I am taking P2, this is also 5, 5. If I am taking P3, this is also 5, 5. So if I take Pn, it is also 5. So same. Related to P means they all are same. So if we take all these points, this is the question, if we take all these points, then these points represent a circle with origin as center. So P, suppose it is here, then this is P1, this is P2, this is P3, P4, continuing like this, I'll get n points here. Suppose this is Pn. So these points we have to show they represent circle with origin as the center. So yes, we know one thing. We know the definition of circle. What is circle? Circle is locus of points. Circle is locus of points equidistant from one point, from a single point, from a point. Locus means if so many points I have and if I join them, it will become circle. So many points. Locus is nothing but its location. So location of so many points, on joining them I am getting circle. So like this, So many points, they are related to P. Why they are related to P? Because the value is same as P. Okay, so you can see here, if we go to the definition of circle, it is representing this only. So locus of points equidistant from a point is circle. So therefore, we can write here all points related to P. All points related to P are equidistant. All points related to P are equidistant from origin. From origin. And what is origin? Origin is also point. Origin is also from this point. If I take so many different points and if they are equidistant, and if I join all those points, they will make a circle. See, from origin I am taking at a fixed distance, I am taking so many points. With yellow, I have marked all those points. You can see these points, they represent circle. So all points related to P are equidistant from origin, and these points are passing. So hence we get a circle, you can write. Hence we get a circle passing through P with origin as center. That's what we had to show. You can draw also like this, and you can give example also, and this definition of circle you can write here. Let's do next question. Question number 12. Show that the relation R defined in the set A of all triangles. So here we have been given set A. What is this set? This is set of all triangles. Set of all triangles means I will have here so many triangles. I'm just writing it as T1, T2, T3 up to Tn. So all triangles means these triangles are right angle triangles, equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, scalene triangle. So many triangles are there in this one. It's not mentioned particular type of triangle here. They have mentioned set A is a set of all triangles, right? So that means this type of set is there. Now relation is defined here. R is equals to T1, T2 such that T1, see triangle T1 is similar to triangle T2. This is the given relation. If here we are taking two triangles, these two triangles must be similar to each other. So again, what we have to do, we have to prove that this relation is an equivalence relation. So what we have to prove, we have to prove that this relation is an equivalence relation. Now for equivalence relation, we have to prove that this relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So similar to previous question. Okay, so let's start from reflexive. So reflexive, again we will go to its definition. See, always if you remember the definitions, you can write it down and easily you can do this question, because these are theoretical question. You have to write it down. So for reflexive, we know, if we go to its definition, we know this type of ordered pairs, A comma I, duplets, they should belongs to R. R is the given relation. Now we know if I take this type of ordered pair T1, and here also I should have T1. See T1, same triangle I am taking. So that means yes, definitely that the triangle which I have taken, it will be similar to itself. That's why this triangle, this ordered pair, it will belong to relation R. Because we know T1 is similar to T1. Any triangle will be similar to itself. So therefore T1 comma T1, this type of ordered pair, it will belongs to R. Therefore R is reflexive. Now symmetric, we have to prove So for symmetric, again we'll go to its definition. So definition says if A comma B belongs to R, it implies that B comma A should also belongs to R. So first of all, one ordered pair will take this T1 comma T2 and we'll assume that this belongs to R. So T1 comma T2 belongs to R. What does it mean? It means T1 is similar to T2 because it's the given condition of the relation that here if we are taking two triangles, the triangles are similar to each other. So we know T1 and T2, this ordered pair belongs to R. So it means T1 and T2, they are similar to each other. So it implies if I change their places also, if T2 I write here and T1 here, still because they are already similar, we already got from the first part that these two triangles are similar. So if these two are similar, that means this ordered pair will also belong to relation R because T2 will be similar to T1. Because already if T1 is similar to T2, if I change their places also, it doesn't matter here. Still they will be similar to each other. So therefore R is symmetric. Therefore R is symmetric. Now we have proved reflexive and symmetric part. Now we have to prove transitive. We'll go to its definition. So for transitive relation, we know if A comma B and B comma C belongs to R, it implies A comma C will also belongs to R. So we'll take ordered pairs. So let T1, T2 and T2, T3. These ordered pair belongs to R. So if these ordered pair belongs to R, so from here I'll get information that T1 is similar to T2. And from this ordered pair I'll get information T2 is similar to T3. Okay, if T1 is similar to T2 and T2 is similar to T3, so it implies that T1 is similar to T3. T1 is similar to T3. Right. So that means this is what if T1 is similar to T3, it means T1 comma T3, this ordered pair will also belongs to R. Therefore, R is transitive. So that's what we had to prove. If T1, T2 and T2, T3 belongs to R, then T1, T3 should also belong to R. So we have proved. So hence we can write relation R is an equivalence relation. We proved relation R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. That's why relation R is an equivalence relation. So this is the first part of the question. Now let's see what else we have to prove. Yes, so consider three right triangles. So consider three right triangles. So T1, T2 and T3, their sides are given to us. Which among T1, T2 and T3 they are related? So we have been given three triangles. So first triangle is T1, sides are given to us as 3, 4, 5. Second triangle is, these are right angle triangles. So second triangle is T2, sides are given to us as 5, 12, 13. Let me check once again. Yes, this 5, 12, 13. And then third triangle is given to us 6, 8, 10 are the sides. So they have asked question, which of these are related to each other? Which of these are related to each other? Okay, so all these are right angle triangle. You can see these are Pythagorean triplets. So, and it's already given to us that these are right angle triangle. So T1 should be similar to T2 or T1. If any of these are similar to each other, those will be related because this is the given relation. Now for similarity, we know two triangles are similar. Either their angle or the angle should be same, but regarding angles, we don't have any information. So information about sides is given to us. So ratio of the sides. For similar triangles, ratio of sides is equal. Ratio of sides is equal and all angles are equal. So ratio of sides if I take, if first and seconds if I take, corresponding sides ratio I have to take. So ratio means fraction. So first side is this 3 by 5, then second is 4 by 3 and third is 5 by 13. You can see if I am taking this ratio, So it is not equal. It's not equal. So ratio of the corresponding sides, they're not equal, which means T1 is not similar to T2. So that means T1 is not related to T2. So like this also you can write. Let's check now T1 and T3. T1 and T3, if I have to check, again we have to take ratio of the corresponding sides. So 3 corresponding side is 6, then 4's corresponding side is 8, then 5's corresponding side is 10. See, first 3, then here first is 6. So ratio means the fractions I have to take. See, if I find the ratio, I will get all the ratios equals to 1 by 2. Therefore, T1 is related to T3 because why they are related? If ratio is same, T1 triangle is similar to T3 triangle. If these two triangles are similar, that means T1 is and T3, they are related. T1 and T3, they are related. You can check T2 and T3. If you check T2 and T3 also, 5 by 6, then 12 by 8, 13 by 10. If you find their ratios T2 and T3, these two triangles also, they won't be similar because the ratio of the corresponding sides are not equal. Okay, so therefore T2 is also not related to T3, only T1 and T3 are related to each other.